Okay, everyone, summer is officially here, and real estate market in South Shores has been rolling at a pretty good pace. And for a market that has low inventory the past several months, it's nice to see 5 listings currently on the market that range from 1.339 to 2.5, and that gives some buyers some relatively good options. That being said, I'm sure it goes without saying that home values in South Shores have gone up or increased this year. And I've done some research and I want to give you some data here. South Shores has had 11 closings since the beginning of the year, with an average sales price of $1.36 million compared with last year, which had 10 closings during that same time period with an average sales price of $1.228. That's almost 11% increase in sales price in South Shores from last year. Now, the 5 active listings in South Shores, 2 of them need a fair amount of updating, or they may be considered fixers. One of them is on the bluff on Paseo Del Mar, listed at $2.5 million, and the listing agent or seller arrived at that price when a similar property right on the bluff sold in Warmouth last year at 2.5. So I see where they're coming from on that. And you might think I'm crazy saying that 2.5 is a fantastic value for properties on the bluff. You're not going to find any properties with that kind of oceanfront view for that price anywhere in California. I did want to point out that the record sale for a home in San Pedro is in South Shores. It was sold about 2 years ago on Paseo Del Mar, a bluff property, $3.46 million. That was a record sale in San Pedro. Nobody has touched that sale price ever. But those bluff properties fetch a fair penny, and the one that's currently listed right now may be a fixer, but the value is there, I promise you. There's another fixer or a property that needs updating on Grenadier that was listed this week. It's listed at $1.695 million. And if I saw that list price last year, I would have thought the listing agent and seller were crazy, but I'm not so sure anymore. It is a fixer, but the views are phenomenal. And a view like that, it's like fine art. You never know what a buyer is going to pay for it. So we'll see where that lands. Then there's a flipped property on 25th Street that sold just sold 3 months ago in March for $905,000, sold off market. And it's currently listed at $1.389 million. It looks nice on the photos. I haven't toured it yet, so we'll see where that one lands as well. The other 2 properties that are listed are great properties. I like them both. One on Shad Place, down in Lower South Shores, close to the entry point of the trails on the bluff. It's single level, no views, but location is awesome. And I really like the house. It's not incredibly updated, but I think it's a fair price at it's $1.339, I believe. Yeah, that's the lowest priced home in South Shores at the moment. Then the other property is on 34th Street, which is a cul-de-sac street right off of Anchovy. And I really like this one too. It's got incredible views and it's got a pool, but the yard is big enough where the pool doesn't take up all the space. So I like that one too. Then there's 4 properties in pending status. That means the seller's accepted an offer from a buyer and both parties are doing all they can to get that transaction to the finish line. And one of those properties is our listing, 2746 Graysby. We were really excited about launching this one. Hopefully some of you came out to the pre-launch open house I had for neighbors and enjoyed some empanadas. But when we took the listing, we saw an opportunity to give it some life. So we sent in our in-house design team to generate some ideas. Then we brought in our preferred contractors to make some low-cost, high-return upgrades, like painting, refinishing the floors, adding hardware. And the seller utilized Compass Concierge. That's something that only a Compass agent can provide. They borrowed $40,000 to make these improvements, and there was no interest and there were no fees for this. It just gets paid at the close of escrow. And we got this, there was a lot of excitement on this. I think at the open house on that first weekend generated over 50 groups of people coming through, and we got that under contract really quick with a backup offer. Now, one thing I've noticed recently when compared with the past several months is that homes that need a fair amount of updating or fixers are moving a lot slower than in the past. And so if you're thinking of selling, definitely put some attention in prepping the home, getting some advice, and making those improvements that are low cost and high return. It could definitely make the difference in tens and thousands of dollars, or even more than that. So if you do have any questions about listing your home or just the market, the local market in general, reach out to me. I live in South Shores, and we can meet in person. On that note, enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully you can make the 4th of July party that the South Shores Association is putting together. And I'm happy to be involved. Just I think I got put to the task of making hot dogs for everybody. So a flyer should have been dropped on your doorstep. If not already, then soon. But it's going to be on 1800 block of Vallecito in between Anchovy and Pelican between noon and 4 on 4th of July. I hope you guys can make it. All right, take care.